My name is Benjamin Poole, and when I was 23, I gave my life savings to a broker who lost it all. But this taught me an invaluable lesson. I needed to educate myself to make my own financial decisions. Fast forward 20 years, I am no longer living paycheck to paycheck, and I want to share everything I've learned with you. Welcome to Financially Fit. Welcome to Financially Fit. My name is Benjamin Poole, and today I have a beautiful chart of Microsoft that I want you guys to check out. I'm going to draw a parallel channel and show you guys how to trade it, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to step over to the Microsoft chart, and what you're going to do is you're going to connect a couple pivot lows, and then you're going to extend it and see if it connects with highs, okay? So in TradingView, I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. I want you to look. I have this cool little parallel channel symbol. So I'm going to take these lows right here, connect through here, and drag it all the way to the top. And look at this. We have an amazing parallel channel on the Microsoft chart. So you'll have this pivot low, and it takes two or more pivot lows in order to create a parallel channel. So you have here and here, and then you bring it all the way up, and then you have this pivot top and this pivot top, and that allows us to set up our third target for the parallel channel. All right? So the thing I really like about parallel channels is it gives you price action. As soon as we set up these first two, it shows us that the third hit is going to give us a bounce, and it also shows us where our targets can be. So for example, in this part, we know that it's going to trade probably about to the middle of the chart as it did here. It hits the top, creates that first pivot point. It chops around the middle again, breaks below, is drawn back to the middle, comes back to the bottom, retests the bottom, and look at this, right back to the middle. Okay, so here it didn't hit it perfectly, but at least you know that the price action from the bottom is going to move towards the top, or at least the middle. So what that tells us is that when it gets to the highs, price action is also going to start falling off and heading down. So now that we have our third hit, the third hit is where the magic happens. This is where we get our bigger pullbacks. And this is where we can actually start shorting the position. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and erase these lines. As you can see, just because it's there doesn't mean that it can't pierce. So it pierced here, and that's okay. So even if it goes up to 380, that's totally fine. If it gets up to 380 and then confirms above, that's where we could stop out of the trade. But that's such a small loss compared to the amount of downside that this has. So we're looking at a downside target, at least initially, about $300. So from $375 to $300, that's a big move. And then, because we know price action likes to stay inside of this channel, we can actually look for a move to possibly 236. Now keep in mind this is an upsloping channel. So as the price continues to move, as it goes higher, the target will increase. And so instead of 236, it might be about 260. But still, the price action is typically going to stay inside of that range, right? So I wanted to show you guys how amazing these charts can be. And so if you guys are interested in trading, you guys can set up your own charts and you guys can see if you guys can create any parallel channels for yourselves. Okay, so these videos are for educational purposes only. Please do your own research, and we will see you next time on Financially Fit.